network forensics will be doing what? You'll be capturing, you'll be recording, and you will be analyzing the network events. All right. Why? So that you can discover the source of incident. All right. You will be using various kind of tools to perform network forensics. All right. Now, what we will be doing, guys, is when your network forensics is done, certain things are revealed. All right. That is, source of security incident will be revealed from where the attack was being initiated. The path of intrusion will be revealed. Then the intrusion technique that an attacker has used will be revealed. Whether he have used any kind of Trojan, whether he have used a payload, whether he have used you can say any kind of, you can say listener, or right, all those kind of things, or whether he have used social engineering. And also you will be doing what? You'll be getting the traces and evidences of compromise. So these are the things that are revealed, all right, when you will be performing network forensics. In network forensics, we have two terms, guys, that are very important and can be asked in exam. That is, we have post mortem, and second is your real time analysis. Forensic examination of logs. This is the type of methods we use for examining the logs. Postmortem is done, guys, when the attack has already been done. All right, that already been happened. You are doing good. You are taking the logs. You are checking the, you can say, the evidences. That is postmortem. A real-time analysis means that the attack is going on. All right, and you are doing what? You are performing the analysis of that. Likewise, your, you can say, sim solutions. All right, they do what? They perform a real-time analysis, right? And depending upon that, they generate the alerts. That alerts are being sent to the administrator, will be informing the incident handlers, and depending upon that, they will be doing what? They'll be responding to that incident. All right, so that is what, guys, that is your real-time analysis. When something is going on and you are having a monitoring. All right, that is real-time analysis. Postmortem means that something has already occurred. Later on, you are checking the logs and other things. That will be postmortem. So there are various kind of attacks that are related to your network, guys. We have eavesdropping, we have IP address spoofing, we have denial of service attack, we have distributed denial of service attack, man in the middle attack, sniffing attack. All right, apart from that, we have you can say sniffing attack, enumeration attack, session hijacking attack, email infection attack, session hijacking attack, malware attack, routers attack. All right, all those kind of attacks, they are related to your networks, guys. So these are the attacks that are related to your network. Now, guys, over here they have given you what? They have given you can say where to look for the evidences when you are performing network forensics. All right. So they have given you the various layers of OSI model, and in those layers they have done what? They have given you the steps. Which step you will be, you can say, checking which of the, you can say, you can say evidences. So let me just show you this. All right, guys, where to look for the evidences. So logs collected in the network device and application can be used as evidence for investigating network security incidents. So we have what? We have two kind of models, that we have OSI model and we have another one, that is TCP IP model. Where your OSI model is known as open system interconnections, and it's just a theoretical model, guys. It is not applied practically, but understanding OSI model, unless and until you have not, you don't have any idea about OSI model, you cannot understand TCP IP model. You cannot. So talking about your first model, that is OSI model, which stands for Open System Interconnections. All right. How many layers are there in OSI model, guys? So always remember that we do what? We count the layers from bottom to top. So the first layer is physical layer, second layer is data link layer, then third layer is your network layer. All right. Fourth layer is your transport layer. All right. We have transport layer. Then we have fifth layer, that is your session layer. Sixth layer is your presentation layer. Presentation layer. Then we have seventh layer, that is your application layer. All right, we have what we have application layer. If anyone is having difficulty learning this layers, guys, I have developed a very simple method to learn it. All right, you don't have to you can say rectify it. You just try to understand. All right. So all of you love pizza, I guess. So there is a simple method using which you can learn these layers. That is, we have please for physical, do that is for data, not that is for network, throw that is for transport, sausage, all right, sausage that is for session, pizza that is for presentation, and away that is for application. So as simple as that. Do not throw, please do not throw sauces pizza away. This is the method using which you can remember OSI model. All right. Now you might be thinking that why I have drawn it twice, why I have drawn two blocks. So this is again your application layer. Let me just write A in front of it. Then presentation layer. Then we have session layer. We have transport layer. We have network layer. We have data link layer, and we have what? We have physical layer. All right. I have drawn it twice, guys, just to depict you the scenario between sender and the receiver. All right. So let's suppose I want to share a message. I want to share the message that is hello. So can anyone explain, guys, that how this message will be going from sender to receiver using all the layers one by one? So I will be just explaining you one by one, all right, with the help of the diagram. So what will happen is, let's suppose as a sender, I will be writing this message that is hello, guys. So I will be doing what, guys? I will be opening my application layer, that is I'll be opening my browser. And in my browser, I'll be opening my email application. In that email, I'll be writing hello, guys. And then after writing hello, guys, I will be doing what I will be just putting, I will be just clicking on send option, right? So as soon as that send option is clicked, all right, this particular information will be going to the next layer, that is presentation. All right. So at your presentation layer from the sender side, what happens is at the presentation layer of the sender side, you have what? You have encryption that takes place. After this message is encrypted, then this particular piece of information will be going to the session layer. Now the work of session layer is, guys, the job of session layer is to understand, all right, to make sure that the link, the connection that is created is legitimate or not. It is only the session layer who will be determining the time of the session, when it will be started, when it will be ended, all right. Now, once the session layer will be seeing that okay, the overall connection is legitimate, then this particular information will be going to the transport layer. Now, guys, a transport layer from the sender side, lot of important things starts, lot of work starts. The first thing that takes place is your segmentation. All right. Along with that, your ports are also designated as TCP and UDP ports, where your TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol, and UDP stands for User Datagram Protocol. Now, what is the difference, guys? TCP is reliable protocol. Why? Because if I will be sending a message to you guys, you will be sending an acknowledgement. You'll be saying yes, I have received this particular message. And once I will be receiving the acknowledgement, then I will be sending you another packet. Unless and until I'll not be getting the acknowledgement, I will not be sending you another packet. All right. So that's why TCP is known as correct connection oriented protocol. It is reliable. All right. Whereas UDP is what, guys? It is not reliable. In UDP, I will be just sending the packet without waiting for the acknowledgement. Then we have the next thing, that is segmentation. Now, segmentation means that this whole message will be divided into smaller pieces. That is, it will be divided into pieces like this. That is H, E, L, L, O, G, U, Y, S. All right, it's what? It's hello, guys. So this message will be divided into this particular blocks. All right, now actually, it is done in the form of, you can say it is done in the form of blocks, but just to explain you guys, I'm doing what? I'm just explaining you with a piece of this particular information. So this particular message will be segmented into smaller pieces. All right. Now, guys, what will happen is then the ports will be decided that TCP or UDP. It will be using TCP or UDP. All right. Now, what will happen is this particular piece of information will be given to network layer. All right. Now, this is your complete piece of information. We have a packet. All right. This is your packet, that is H. The first letter will be going as H. All right. H is the first letter. All right. Then we have a header will be added to this particular piece of information. Let's suppose it's using TCP header. All right. So a TCP header will be added. All right. With this particular piece of information, with this payload. All right. We have what? We have TCP. Then what will happen, guys, is we have TCP. All right. Now this particular piece of information will be shared to the next layer, that is network layer. Now your network layer does not understand anything, guys, apart from your IP addresses. It does not understand anything. So this network layer will be doing what? It will be adding two more headers to this particular piece of information. That is, it will be adding two more headers. That is, it will be adding source IP and destination IP. All right. Two more headers will be added. That is source IP. That is SIP. All right. We write it over here. It will be SIP, and we have what? We have destination IP. All right. So these two IPs will be added. And this particular piece of information is known as packet at network layer. Then this packet will be transferred to the lower layer, that is your data link layer. Now data link layer does not understand anything apart from your MAC addresses. So your data link layer will be doing what? It further will be adding two more packets to this piece of information, that is, it will be adding source MAC and destination MAC. All right, so the information will be added, that is SMAC, and we have what? We have DMAC. All right, DMAC, destination MAC. Then this piece of information will be given to the lower layer, that is your physical layer, using where the message will be transmitted in the form of analog or digital signature and will be sent over the network. Now, guys, the receiver at receiver end, what will happen? The physical layer will be accepting the packet. Now, this particular information, all right, one more thing. This particular piece of information in data link layer is known as frames. Please remember it. All right, it's known as frame at data link layer. Now this particular piece of information will be going to the physical layer, which will be transferred to your data link layer. Now the data link layer of the receiver will be doing what, guys? It will be checking from where the packet is coming. So it will be checking the source MAC. Then it will be checking for whom it's coming. It will be checking, oh, it's for me, because its MAC address is there. So it will be checking, oh, it's for me. So it will be doing what? It will be accepting this particular piece of information, all right? And these two headers will be dropped. Then it will be sending it to the network layer. Network layer again will be checking from where it's coming. So it will be checking the source IP, and it will be checking from where it's coming. It's its destination IP, all right? And these two packets will be dropped, and this packet will be sent to the transport layer. Now, guys, from the sender side, segmentation took place. So at the receiver end, what will happen? Your assembly will be happening, all right? Assembly will take place. Now, what do you mean by assembly? By assembly, I mean to say that your particular message, this complete message will be collected over here. That is, it will be collected like this. Hello. So this particular message will be collected. Then it will be sent to the session layer. Then once this message is assembled, guys, over here, then this particular piece of information will be transferred to the session layer. Again, the session layer will be checking the validity, and then it will be transferring the message to the presentation layer. Now at the presentation layer, guys, what will happen? From the sender side, encryption was done. So at the receiver end, what will take place? Decryption will take place, all right? And then what will happen? This particular piece of information will be going to your application layer. And at your application layer, what will happen? Your application layer, you are having a browser where you will be getting a notification that you have received a message from Deepak Bhatt. So this is the working of your complete OSI model layer by layer. So this is how your OSI model works. Now guys, OSI model is just a theoretical model. So we will be doing what we generally use we use the model that is known as TCP IP model, alright. Now TCP IP model is good. TCP IP model is the model that we actually implement. It's a practical model. But as I told you that unless and until you are not having the idea of OSI model, you cannot understand TCP IP model. Why? Because what happens in the TCP IP model, now we have what guys, in TCP IP model, your three layers, that is your application layer, presentation and session layer. Alright, all these three layers will be combining together and collectively they are known as application layer. Alright, then your transport layer remains the same, and it is the transport layer remains the same, and it is called transport layer only. Alright, so we have what we have transport layer only. All right. Then your network layer over here and TCP/IP model is termed as internet layer. All right. It is termed as internet layer. All right. Then after this we have two more layers, that is data link layer, physical layer. Again, these two layers are combined together. They are termed as network access layer. So guys, in TCP/IP model, how many layers we have? We have 4 layers. In many of the books and many of the websites, you will be seeing 5 layers also. All right. Many of the books, many of the websites gives you 5 layers also. All right. So don't get confused. Don't get worried. Now you know the working of each and every layer. All right. So even if they are giving you 5 layers, I don't think that you'll be having any difficulty. Right. So we have what? We have TCP IP model. Now the protocols like FTP, your you can say your SMTP, TFTP, your DNS, they are the protocols that works at your application layer. Your protocols, that is TCP and UDP, all right, they work at transport layer. Your IP protocols, all right, your ICMP protocols, your app protocol, they work at your internet layer, all right, that is the working of your router. And at your network access layer, guys, is generally your switch works. Like you can say your RR, your slip protocol, your you can say your FDDI protocol, your slip protocol. All these protocol works at network access layer, right? So these are different layers, and at each layer you'll be doing what? You'll be getting the, you can say, the evidences. So that is why it's important to understand this TCP IP model. So in network forensics, guys, will be doing what? Generally will be using the logs, all right, to analyze and then to come to an conclusion. So logs are the treasure troves of the, you can say, of for the forensics. All right, they're the treasure trove for the forensic guys, and they will be doing what? They will be telling you the complete timestamp, the user activity on a system or a network. All right. So an investigator will be doing what? He will be using these logs to either recover any service, or you can say discover any source of, you can say it's adverse activity. All right. So they play a very important role in network forensics, that is logs. So in our syllabus, they have given you various laws and regulations. All right. So you can say that are required for log management. So we have laws and regulations. So we have the following logs, guys. We have PCI, DSS. All right. We have HIPAA. We have, you can say, SOX. All right. We have GLBA. We have, you can say, FISMA. So these are what, guys? These are the logs that we have. All right. PCI DSS stands for Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, guys. And this particular standards make sure that all the information related to the cards, all right, of an individual will be secured. You can say primarily this particular standard was developed for credit cards, but later on what happens is later on the other cards were also included. Like they have included your you can say your cards like, you can say, Visa, Master, Debit, and other cards. Then we have next, that is your HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. And this act will be doing what? It means to secure the PHI, that is protected health information of an individual. According to this law, guys, according to this act, it is clearly stated that any person's medical information will not be revealed by the medical institutions to any individual without the consent of the person. All right, without the person's consent, your information will not be, you can say, will not be shared. So it's not like, guys, that your medical information is just with the medical institute or hospitals. You also share your medical information with whom? With the insurance guys. Along with that, those people who are frequent flyers, especially when you are flying to Dubai, guys, when you will be applying for visa, there is a particular condition, there is a particular clause that the person should not be suffering from TB and he should not be having HIV. These two things you have to do what? You have to confirm during getting the visa, especially for Dubai. So that is what, again, you are sharing your information, right, related to your health. So this law, that is HIPAA, will be protecting the PHI of the individuals. Generally, HIPAA was used. Now the high-tech, the newer version of HIPAA is high-tech. All right, high-tech is the advanced version. All right, amended version of HIPAA. This for your general knowledge. All right, then we have SOX. See, guys, if I will be talking about SOX, SOX stands for Sarbanes-Oxley Act. And this act will be doing what? It will make sure it prevents a general public or an individual from any kind of frauds, financial frauds that can be committed by financial institutions. That is SOX, Sarbanes-Oxley Act. All right. Whereas GLBA is what? GLBA stands for Gram Leach Belly Act. GLBA will be making sure that whatever information of a customer is held with the financial institution. First thing is they have to explain that how they are storing the information, securing the information, and if they are sharing it, how they are sharing it with the individual. For example, you all are having your bank accounts, right? In your bank accounts, you have to provide your KYC, right? In KYC, you will be providing complete information of yours, complete information, your address, your age, your family member details, all right. You can say other information, your generally your PII, that is personally identifiable information. So this GLBA makes sure that whatever information of the customer is with the financial institutions, how that information is secured, and if that information is shared, how it is getting shared. All right, so that is what that is taken care by your GLBA. Then we have FISMA, guys, which stands for Federal Information Security Management Act, and it makes sure that all the federal agencies, all right, will be secured. The information resources of all the federal agencies will be secured, and proper risk management, risk assessment technologies will be used to minimize the loss to the financial institutions. That is FISMA. All right, that is Federal Information Security Management Act. So these are various laws and regulations that are being defined in the syllabus.